And hi guys! Today we will play the game Cooking Diary and reading from the diary the stories. But before that, let's start the first level of this food truck challenge where we have to make a special cake in honor of the anniversary of the first birthday of Cooking Diary. So, first take the butter for the sponge and put it in the oven. It's ready. Take the sponge out of the oven. Look what unusual shape. We'll add the frosting and decorate it with macarons. And the anniversary cake is ready. And let's meet at level 5 where the things will become even more interesting, because right now just we have to give them some sponge cakes and drinks, and later what will happen, let's see. And now let's continue with level 6. I have now 2 ovens, which is great, from level 5. And from level 6, as you can see, we have red butter. The cake will be even brighter. Okay. And now let's start reading to the diary. And the first story that I'm starting with is story number 45, called Sporting Passions. Critic's cunning knows no bounds. It turns out that he convinced the Minotaurs to challenge the Peppers just as soon as he managed to get Mr. Regis out of the city. He promised them an easy victory, but then turned to Mr. Regis for help himself and secured victory for the Sheldon Snails. I guess when it comes down to it, his team's victory is just another rank on the career ladder for him. Creighton tirelessly pursues more medals and awards for his mental peace, using all available means to do it, and resorting to such high level trickery that I am actually kinda in awe of his inventiveness and persistence. It might sound odd, but I'm impressed by those character traits of his, and I'm genuinely sorry that we are on opposite sides of the fence. Now we can decorate our cakes with juicy berries. The next story is called Safe Journey, story number 46. So then Grams has decided to go see Roger in person to convince him to return to his hometown. I get that it's necessary, but I'm still kinda sad to think of being separated from Grandpa again. When I was living in Techno City, I'd often have the same dream, Grandpa waving at me while I stared fixedly in his sad face as it got further and further away, gradually fading from view behind an endless line of trees. That dream is an exact rerun of what happened on the day I moved away, but I only realized that when I woke up. Now fate is separating us once again, but I've got so much more to learn from him and so much more to say, and I'm not gonna hide the fact that I am a bit worried to be left without his help and wise counsel. I can only hope that everything works out well for him, that he finds Roger and they return as quickly as possible. Bon voyage, Grumpy! Story number 47. Follow the candy wrappers. Grandpa's departure has been put off because it seems like Mr. Lee has come back to Tasty Hills, and there we were, thinking that he was sunning himself on the banks of the Cherry Sea. Why is he taking such care to hide his true location? Could he really still be annoyed at Grandpa for their difference of opinion? Or maybe it's his kind of personality that's behind all this? Grandpa says that Roger loved spending time in his secret hideout since he was a kid. The entrance is marked with a fugu fish symbol. Apparently, considering Roger's passion for technology and high IQ, it's possible that this hideout isn't just well hidden, it might also be crammed with a bunch of ingenious traps and other security devices. But we don't have any choice except to take the risk and try to find Roger's hideout, as it's the only means of establishing the truth about that awesome foursome and Monsieur Lecham's poisoning. So much depends on one guy now. And now, story number 48. Sleeveless is best. We managed to track down Mr. Lee's hideout, but we didn't find anything there except a cook and rower's leather jacket. And even more annoying is that the football players miss Roger at the stadium. It's incredible how easy he managed to sneak into a locked stadium, and our restaurant, leaving licorice sticks right under our noses. He's always one step ahead. How come he's leaving them wherever he goes? Maybe Roger wants to be cuffed, but why wouldn't he just meet with Gramps face to face? I reckon that those licorice sticks are the only thing Roger is generously giving us. There are more secrets and mysteries in his actions that we can figure out. I really do hope that there's simpler explanation for all this. Story number 49. Bloomfinger. Sometimes our imaginations can play tricks on us, making us confuse dreams and reality. And what we want with what we've got. Adam proved this when he tried to surveil Maximilian Blum. The poor lad thought he was a secret agent, but the truth turned out to be way more boring. Adam had fallen asleep watching a spy thriller. It's a pity that his secret agent gig was just a dream, as I'd have liked to hear some stories about dangerous and super important missions he'd undertaken. But as it turns out, I'm not the only one who's interested in this topic. Johnny pretended to be a secret agent for the whole rest of the day, which gave us all plenty of laughs. I'm serious, that guy should go take an acting masterclass. And as for Adam, well, we still haven't managed to figure out what he used to do for a living. He's extremely moody faced, no doubt, and could have done pretty much anything. Sometimes I feel like there's way more to Adam than meets the eye. New persona is code story number 50. Alex shot the first episode of her cooking show in our restaurant today. It was a breath of fresh air for tons of viewers who are tired of seeing the same old programs on TV. And no wonder Alex is an extremely charismatic young woman with tons of energy. Grandpa and I could sense that even by the TV screen. Not to mention Johnny, who was stunned by her determination to interview him. That lad could hardly squeeze out two words. However, Alex managed to edit it all together in such a way that his interview seemed totally normal. She's got so much getting hand to thank for that. Alex warned the art of filming and editing super fast. With her drive and ability to learn new skills, she will win over all of Tasty Hill's TV viewers with no trouble at all. Next story is Love Hate Relationship. Story number 51. It's true what they say. Don't judge a book by its cover. I used to think that Eustace was Grandpa's age, old to reveal, but today's story proved the opposite. Sometimes friendship takes on an extremely strange form, like in the case of Grandpa and Eustace, for example. But it's nice to know that when it came to the crunch, Eustace supported Grandpa despite all their disagreements. I'd like to think that my friendship with Johnny, Vivian, and Alex would withstand all obstacles and challenges. I've been lucky to meet such wonderful friends who it's impossible to be bored around, and this is doubly handy in light of recent events. I mean, who knows when Mr. Wolf will be able to establish the importer's true identity? All we can do is wait. But after the adventures we've had, I'm sure that we'll be able to do it a bit of waiting. Night Tournament. Story number 52. Today's argument between Johnny and Martin ended in a tie, and all thanks to Alex's victory over. It seems like the guy slightly underestimated the girl's power, and it's no wonder Vivian and Alex give the impression of being sweet and sensitive ladies, But the truth is that they could teach any guy a thing or two. But the guys have no intention of backing down either. Oh, what will happen next? I'm burning with curiosity. Or is that my food burning? Whoops! Story number 53: The Human Chameleon. The situation took an unexpected turn. The imposter Roger turned out to be none other than Crichton. I still don't understand how he managed to pull the wool over our eyes. Lucky for us, Grandpa and Mr. Wolf's plan worked, and Crichton ate the treat with food covering in it. His blue tongue completely gave him away as the imposter. Just one thing left to do: find out why Crichton was impersonating Roger. But how? I want to believe that Crichton's will repent and tell me the truth after all. Thanks for keeping me company, Crichton. I will remember our rides together for a long, long time. And you've proven to be useful after all. You've been driving around so long that I came up with 3 new concepts for my restaurants. Don't slack off, Lenata. Our journey in the restaurant business has only just begun. And oh boy, that was tough one. The last level. Oh, I really wanted cats, but anyways, I'm almost to unlock Kitty, but so the last level. Did you see that? But good with your eyes open, because this last level was like so intense. I liked it very much, but my fingers and my eyes are like now so tired. happy that I finished this food truck. Happy that I read to you some stories from the diary. But now I'm going to rest really. Let me see, just to see how many combos did I made. Wow, like I was 180, I think, more than 50 or something like that. We are a great team.
From me, for now, it's all. Thanks for watching.
Bye.